Under the Radar, bringing movies and people together, one frame at a time. Hey guys, I'm Rain Younger, and this is a very special edition of Under the Radar, where we bring movies and people together one frame at a time. And I have a very special guest with me tonight, and a friend to the show, as well a personal friend to me, Mr. Jayson Simba. He is the executive director of the Festival of Cinema NYC, going into its 7th year. Jayson, welcome back to the show. It's been a while. Good to see you.
Yes, good to see you. Thank you, and thanks for having me back.
Anytime, anytime. You know that. You're always welcome to Under the Radar. You are a guest.
All right, that's good to know.
So 7 years, man. This is insane. Yeah, last year was my first time at this festival. It was literally in my backyard. I live in Forest Hills, Queens. This is the ultimate Queens film festival. I just want to congratulate you on all your years of service in regards to bringing great art to Queens. Tell me, what was it like the 7th year here?
Well, it was insanely challenging. The crazy thing was, so last year after the festival, our whole board, our whole team, everyone went their separate ways. I was pretty much the last man standing. So this year, one of the things that makes this year so exciting for me is that I am working with a entirely new team, a whole new board of directors, a whole new staff, all new everything. Right. So it was like resetting. It was a reset, and we're starting from the ground up again. Only I had 6 years of experience this time, as opposed to 7 years ago when I had nothing. When I had no idea what I was doing, and I never even put a birthday party together, much much less a film festival. But yeah, so it was very challenging. I was it's difficult because I was looking forward to our 7th year, because 7th year for a film festival is a milestone festival, because it opens doors in terms of, like, you now are eligible to apply to be Academy accredited. So that's a big thing for us. Nice. Of course, they have very strict rules, and now with the whole SAG strike and SAG-AFTRA and WGA strike, I'm actually almost glad that we are not Academy accredited. But it's a whole other conversation. But yeah, so the 7th year is a milestone for film festivals. Right. And so at the end of last year, we were very excited, like, wow, I can't wait for year 7 and what that's going to bring. And then literally within the month of the festival ending, so it ended last year, I believe it was August 13th was the last day last year. No, that's this year. August 14th. August 14th was the last day. Literally by like August 20th, everyone was like, well, it's been fun, but I'm going to go and pursue other ventures, which is fine. And they most of the team had been with us since the beginning. So 6 years of doing this, I was fortunate enough to have a team like them for 6 years with me to help me build the festival into what it was. So I'm absolutely grateful for all the contributions and their hard work and everything that they did for me, everything that they helped me discover, and the challenges they helped me overcome. Together, I couldn't have built this festival without them. So it was great, and it was bittersweet, because it's like I hated to see them go, but at the same time, they have other things they want to do with their life, and
right.
For that.
Now,
so that's what, coming into this year, that was the biggest challenge. Oh my goodness, I have to find myself a whole new crew, a whole new board, and I've never people that I've never worked with before. Am I going to get along with these people? Are we going to clash? Is the festival going to fall apart? And all those worries start playing with your head.
I'll be honest with you, Jayson. Nothing is more important than trusting the people you work with. If you don't have a good relationship, a synergy with those working with you, then the whole thing is going to fall apart. So again, kudos to you on picking such a great team.
Yeah, it's funny. So the first thing I started doing was reaching out to people that I had worked with in the past, and
Right.
people that were familiar with the film festival. So funny enough, the board members, all the board members now, are either alumni, have won festivals at the award, had won award. I can't even speak because my head has been spinning. Had won awards in previous editions of the festival,
Okay.
or some of them have even done presentations at the festival. The ones that aren't filmmakers.
Mm.
So yeah. So I reached to the ones who I felt would be able to contribute, would be interested, and who brought something new to the table.
Okay.
One thing, in particular about our old board was that none of us came from a film, other than myself. None of us came from a film background. They were all community people, or just came from different backgrounds altogether. They were just in finance or whatever it was, but they were not in the film business. I was the only one. So this time around, our entire board is in the film business. Whether they're filmmakers, producers, writers. I think most of them are with SAG. I think one of them is with the WGA. So in that sense, I built a much stronger board because I wanted to kind of like I said, get people that bring something new to the table. We already built off of everything that the old board brought, and we weren't going to lose that.
Right.
And it's but we wanted to expand upon what we already had, and that was the only way we were going to do it. So I had to seek these people out. I had to convince them to come on board, and my goodness, incredible job! What the contributions that they made this year. Half the jury is because of them. A lot of the programming was their ideas. So it's just been really, really great, and a lot of resources. When we needed a film, or to get in contact with somebody, or a director, or someone to do some kind of moderation or presentation or something, I could always rely on them. I could always reach out to them, and they would always come through for me. Nice. And that's something, that again, my old board, not to shoot them down, the old board helped turn the festival to what it is today. But in moving forward and expanding and making this festival bigger, this new board has really, in the short year, it's not even a year that they've been with us. They all came on as of January. So in the last 8 months, I mean, they have really gone above and beyond, and really have helped expand and grow our network, and just bring more to the festival, make it bigger. And that's why I'm really excited about this year, because there's a lot of new things that we're doing that we've never done before. We're pushing the envelope in terms of, we're going a little bit beyond film this year. We're adding other elements to the film festival.
Right.
We're doing an improv class with Faux High Improv, Forest Hills Improv. We're doing a reading, staged readings. So we had a new category this year, and that's unproduced scripts. And they had the option, the top 13 of all the entries that we got. We got somewhere about 55 entries. The top 13 scripts that we chose are up for a top prize, but on top of that, they had the option of doing a stage reading that'll be presented at the festival. Not all 13 opted to do it, but I believe we're having like 5 or 6 that will. And then for the first time ever, we're doing a couple of interactive shows at the festival, which kind of scares me, but I think it's going to be really exciting. It's something we've never done before. It's something that the audience has probably not experienced before. So we're crossing my fingers that does not fall apart and blow up in our faces.
Right.
I really don't think
a lot of fun stuff going on, Jayson.
That's and plus we have our first celebrity ever. We have, Dino Montiel, the writer-director of A Guide to Recognizing Your Saints, who is actually a Queens native. He's from Astoria, grew up, born and raised in Astoria. A Guide to Recognizing Your Saints is about his childhood in Astoria. It was shot here in Queens, in New York.
Great movie, by the way. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. And so he'll be here in attendance. We're doing a retrospective screening of his work, of that film in particular. And then we're going to do a 60-minute moderated conversation with him following the screening. So a lot of big things. Oh, and then on top of that, we are honoring him. He's our guest of honor this year. We're giving him our first ever indie Indie Film Vanguardian Award.
Okay.
Made up that name. We just thought it sounded cool. So,
Nice,
but
nice.
it is an amazing award. I mean, it's different than the awards that we normally give our filmmakers, which I'm not sure if you're aware of. The ones we give our filmmakers like a big camera statuette. It's absolutely
Right.
amazing.
That's
Well, this time what he's getting is not a camera. It's actually something better.
right.
And I won't mention what it is now because he doesn't even know what it is. So I don't
Nice.
the word to get out, but it will eventually come out, and people will see it, and they're gonna be in it.
So Jayson,
But yeah,
you are doing so much. I don't know how you maintain your sanity, sir. How do you
I
do
don't
it?
know either.
How do you run? What goes on in your head? You're executive director. You have a hand in every aspect of this festival. How do you do it?
I look forward to sleeping at night, so I try to get everything done so I can get a good night's rest. That's what
Good answer.
motivates me. Oh God, I got to
Good
finish before
answer.
11 o'clock so I can go to bed and get 8 hours of sleep. Yeah, it's I sometimes I don't know how I do it. It's absolutely insane. There's so much that we got to be on, that I personally have to be on top of to make sure that everything runs smoothly. I got to tie all the ends up. Got to make sure all our equipment, everything is counted for. I got to oversee the staff. This year we have almost 40 volunteers, which
Oh,
is
nice,
God,
nice.
in the past, I think as compared to last year, I think last year we only had 15.
Huh.
So yeah, this year we have about 40 volunteers, which that's that's a whole other new thing. I'm
Yeah.
not experienced. I don't know how that's going to be dealing with 40 people, staff running around, and who knows if everyone knows what they'll be doing.
Now,
What they're supposed
Jason,
to be
the
doing.
festival's it's solely taking place at the Midway Theater in Forest Hills, correct?
So the Regal UA Midway is in Forest Hills, is the main venue, but we
Okay.
have other programming going on across the street at the Queens Library at Forest Hills.
Okay.
So the festival is split between those two. At the library, we have a bunch of free programming. So we have a bunch of seminars, workshops, and we have a couple of screenings that we're doing there. We have another interactive presentation going on there by an organization called Detroit Street Films. But yeah, we're doing, let me see, I believe it's a seminar on crowdfunding, a
Okay.
workshop on cinematography, another workshop on writing, the staged readings, a couple of short film screenings that we're putting up. I think it's just one short, like an hour block of short films.
Okay.
But for the most part, yeah, it's all, a Story of Filmmakers Club is going to be doing a presentation talking about their organization. Theaters on Silence Initiative is supposed to be doing a presentation about what they do, which they're an organization that advocates for subtitling and closed captions in on movies in theaters, so to include the deaf and hard of hearing community at movie theaters. So,
Good.
which is something that we also, in partnering with that organization, we gave that option to our filmmakers that
Okay.
they could opt to put subtitles or captioning on their films, and then we will label it in our program guide as part of the Theaters and Silence Initiative. And
Okay.
those films, that's to I guess to notify, I guess, or signify that that people who are hard of hearing or deaf can come and enjoy the film because they'll be able to read instead of just having to listen. So I know it may be new to some people. They're going to come there and they're going to see a film that's in English that has subtitling and has captions, and it's going to be a little uncomfortable at first. But we're in 2023. It's time we start
Yeah.
expanding again and being
Wow.
more inclusive and respectful of.
Jason, I love it. I love that aspect of the festival. So again, kudos on you for that.
Thank you.
I'm just curious. So what are you most excited for to see at the festival? Movie wise, event
Ooh.
wise, talent wise. What are you really looking forward to this year?
It's funny. In the past, if you had asked me that at any other festival, I could probably, pick out my like two, maybe three top films of the entire lineup. This year we are playing less films. I think we're playing 108 as opposed to, I think last year we played 126. But to be honest with you, the lineup is so strong this year. This is, in my opinion, my honest opinion, this is the strongest lineup that we have ever had since 2017. Well, that we've ever had ever since we started. Even though 2017 was a good year. You can't go wrong with any of the films we're playing. The documentaries, every category: short films, feature films, documentaries, experimental, music videos, web series. This is really, as a whole, the best lineup that we've ever had. And I've been telling everybody, I have friends and friends of friends that call, or people that are texting, emailing, asking, what do you recommend? What do you want me to, what should I see? And I tell them all the same thing. Look, at the end of the day, it's really, what kind of movie you're into, because you can't go wrong. Like our Midnight Madness film, one of our screeners, our programming team, when we watch all the films, that was their favorite film of every film that we're playing, because the Midnight Madness film, which is usually like some kind of cult, underground, crazy horror film, it is really, really good this year. I mean, it is amazingly good. Our opening night, Paris is in Harlem, is a great film, a really good ensemble piece, kind of like in the style of like Magnolia, P.T. Anderson's Magnolia, or like Traffic. Where it's a bunch of stories that all come together. The opening night, the closing night film is really great. There's another film, Civil Silence. And then we have an animated feature film playing on Saturday, Aurora's Sunrise. All these movies, and then we have some great documentaries. We have a documentary called I think it's called Vaccine: The Untold Story. I hope that's the right name, the right title. Anyway, it's about people who took the vaccine and ended up getting worse and hospitalized. That's been getting a lot of buzz. We have another documentary called Gotham: The Fall and Rise of New York, that explores how New York went from being what it was in the 70s and 80s to what it became, basically Disneyland in the early 2000s. And now we're going back to hell to cover that. But anyway, yeah, so my point being, I don't have a particular favorite, because they're all so good, and I think it just comes down to individual taste, because the documentaries, the narratives, the experimentals, the animations, they're all really good.
I love it. Jayson, amazing. The dates of the festival, how can people see these great films? What's going on?
So the festival runs from Friday, August 4th through Saturday, August 12th. We have our award dinner ceremony is Sunday, August 13th. That marks the end of the festival. It's a big celebration, but there are no movies playing that day. So the last day that we actually play movies, our closing night film, is at the Regal UA Midway in Forest Hills on Saturday, August 12th. That one starts at 8. Opening night is this Friday, August 4th at 7 o'clock. And then daily from August 5th all the way to the 12th, we have daily screenings starting at 12 p.m. and go on as late. I think the last screening daily is 8:30, except for our Midnight Madness, which is on Friday the 11th, and that is obviously at midnight. Yeah, so that is it. You can buy tickets. You can visit our website, www.festivalofcinema.nyc.com, and you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter X, whatever they want to call it now. Even on YouTube at Fest of Cinema NYC. So and we post daily. If you subscribe to our newsletter, which you can by visiting our website, you will be getting a daily email that comes out every morning, spotlighting all the films that are coming up and what's selling out, what's a hot ticket, and all that good stuff.
Awesome. And I'll be there for at least a couple of those days, Jayson. I look forward to seeing.
I hope so. I hope to see you live in person.
Yeah, in living color, flesh and blood. Yeah, I'll be there for sure. Simba, thank you so much for your time tonight. This was great. A wealth of information. I'm sure you're going to get a really good audience this year. I'm very excited.
Thank you. We are too. And again, thanks for having me. And again, if I didn't mention, the festival's in Forest Hills, Queens, which is 71st Continental Avenue. Stop on the ERF train.
That's it. My neighborhood.
but yeah. Thank you, Randy Unger. I almost just called you Unger.
No worries. That,
But what do you call it? Yes,
yeah.
thank you so much. Thank
Yeah,
you
yeah.
for having
Anytime,
me
Jason. This
on
is
Under
going to
the
be a
Radar.
great year. It's just getting better and better.
Thank you so much, man. And again, I hope to see you at the festival, and I hope to see some of your listeners and viewers come out too.
Definitely. We'll make it happen. You'll see. Oh yeah, we'll all see.
All right.
Guys, I'm Randy Younger. This has been Under the Radar, bringing movies and people together, one frame at a time. We'll see you next time. Take care.